You're watching Good Morning Washington on News Channel 8.
9:42 now, changing gears a little bit. For many people, the holidays are a joyous and festive time spent with relatives and friends, but for newly separated or newly divorced parents and their children, well, it can be an extremely stressful and difficult time.
So Kathryn Dickerson, a family law attorney with the SmolenPlevy law firm in Vienna, joins us with some practical advice to deal with the situation around this time of year. You know, we always say it's especially hard this time of year. You know, you hear that phrase over and over again. It is, isn't it?
It is very much so. It's even more so when you have blended families. So when you have 4 sets of grandparents with children who are showing up, some on Christmas Eve, others are leaving on Christmas Day. You need to coordinate everyone and everything, making sure the presents go where they need to go. It can be overwhelming.
So, how do you handle it?
Communication. Email, written communication, you have all of your daily stresses and things to take care of, but when you're trying to coordinate with all of this, it's best to have it in writing so that there's no question as to who's going to show up where, with what, and whom. Sometimes people forget, oh, yeah, we'll exchange the child at 7. Well, who's driving the child? Are you building in the time for traffic over the holidays? That sort of thing.
So really hashing every little thing out.
In great detail.
And something else that you suggest is not using the gifts to try and buy your children's love. And having parents kind of compete in that regard.
There is that as well. There's parents who are going over the top, right? So we are going to buy every hoverboard out there to give to the child this year. Or they use it as a revenge statement piece. So if you have a, for example, very feminist, estranged mother, this is not the time to send the child over with Barbie dolls. Or sometimes they'll buy pets and say, wow, our son always wanted a snake. Here, I'm getting the child a snake for Christmas. And the child goes back to the other parent with a snake that will live up to 40 years.
So your recommendation is, even though you may not want to, you've got to get with your ex and have a civil conversation.
Have a civil conversation, be businesslike, and be nice. It does not have to be a Hallmark moment. You do not have to kiss under the mistletoe, but you should be at least as civil with your estranged spouse, especially in front of the children, as you would be to anyone in a store.
When it comes to the children here, does it help if you can get to a place with your ex where maybe you could all finally spend the holiday together?
That would be ideal, wouldn't it?
Okay.
It would be a great, lovely blended
world.
family moment. But most of the time, the children would be satisfied if the parents did not fight. They get these messages, be nice, Santa's watching, be nice. Well, when your parents are acting clearly as though they're going to end up on the naughty list, especially in front of you, it can make the child begin to hate this holiday, which is really unfortunate.
We've got about 30 seconds left. What have you seen has been the biggest mistake that has been made when it comes to trying to keep the holidays civil?
When parents choose this time to introduce a significant other or choose this time to be petty and say, no, you get absolutely none of the ornaments, you have to start from scratch.
Thank you very much. Good advice. I hope people heed it. We will be right back.